Hi, Mikel. You managed to rest and rotate a few players, but still got a couple of injuries by the looks of it, and a big win. How would you sum up the evening?
Yeah, rest, that's quite a positive word to use. Yeah, we had to make some changes. We had a very, very demanding week at every level, emotionally, physically, what the game demanded. In the tactical and technical aspect of it, we were asked to play 3 days later, one less recovery than them. And still performing the way that we've done it against a team that is super well coached, very well organized, that they are very clear how they want to generate big chances, and they are really good at doing that. So 1-0, we knew it wasn't enough. I don't think we conceded anything apart from the save that they had to make on the corner. But the game was always open, you know, and we needed that extra energy to close it. And maybe when we didn't have it, we had the courage to take the ball under pressure and to start to break the press to very good movement and purpose with the ball to go and score the second goal and win the game.
Anything worrying about the players who came on?
Yes, obviously it's never good news. Declan had to come off. We don't know. We have to see tomorrow what he's got. And Mosque is the other one that is out. Obviously we have big Gavi and Willie out as well. So we have to adapt. It's been a theme this season, but when I look at the players that they haven't been playing much, for example, Ben White, the performance that he had, or Martin that has been out, and he puts 96 minutes under his belt straight away. Noni the same, Victor that is coming and now he's getting some minutes as well. So very pleased to see that.
Just a word on Mikel Merino, who keeps showing that he can be one kind of striker as well as a...
He was immense again, I think, today. The way he scored the goal, super smart. His timing, the way he wins the position and the execution. But after his overall performance, with the ball, without the ball, I think, remember an action, they pass the ball to Martin in behind. Martin doesn't chase it. He makes 40 meters to chase it to a corner flag and goes back, wins the ball back. I mean, he is everywhere and he's got with that really good momentum at the moment, and he makes the team much better.
Gary, Sky Sports.
Mikel obviously at the beginning take a breath from Arsenal fans when Declan went down and came off. He seemed to be moving all right at the end when he got back onto the pitch with a little strapping maybe on his calf, his left calf. Can you give us any more insights?
Well, talking about fans and support, I asked them to be here at 7:30. I think they were earlier. So thank you so much to all of them for being with us, because we needed that energy today. And yeah, he could not carry on playing, so we have to wait and see tomorrow what happens.
But he's moving all right. Seems to be moving.
Yeah, he can walk. Like he could not play.
He's played a lot of minutes, hasn't he, for Arsenal and for England, so would it almost be a precaution anyway if he went down?
The thing is playing a lot of minutes, but as well when, you know, now we play Wednesday night and we have to play Saturday morning as well. We can play the minutes, but if they can please give us just a little bit more time to recover and to make the welfare of these players a little bit easier, that would be great.
Tom from London.
Hi Mikel. There was a clean sheet for the first time since November 4th for Slavia Prague, and 5 goals conceded in those games since then. It was a big moment when you broke that record for clean sheets back in November. I guess now you want to start that record again. It was important to keep a clean sheet in the first.
Yeah, we talked about it. I think it was 4 games that we didn't manage to do that for different reasons. We conceded from a set piece against Chelsea and against Sunderland as well. The other ones are a little bit different. Today we probably should have conceded a goal if it's not for David as well, and the save that he's made, but I think apart from that we didn't really concede much.
What was the specifics of Mosquera's injury, by the way? We weren't exactly sure. Was it knee or ankle?
Yeah, we have to wait and see. It's part probably of the knee or ankle, we don't know. He could not really tell us exactly how it was, but he wasn't able to continue.
James, EBS.
Hi Mikel, I'd just like to ask you again on the other Mikel. One of the things that's sort of really been apparent in the last few games is how he's able to now drop into midfield and create that box. Could you reflect on how he's grown into this role and made playing as a centre forward like fit Mikel Merino?
I said it earlier, I think in the press conference, his curiosity as his will to learn, and probably his will to help the team. And he knew that we had a major problem from the beginning of the season when we lost Victor, Kai was out and Gabi Jesus was out. So we needed a solution, and he did it last year really, really well. I think this season probably is taking it to another step because he's able to do even more things. So yeah, I think the team is really grateful and he's enjoying it.
Art, Athletic.
And Mikel, when you spoke about Ben White a couple of weeks ago, you mentioned he had to kind of prove himself when the opportunity came to him. And I'm guessing you feel he did tonight, but just how much have you missed him in this kind of style that he has him playing?
Personally, I think I'm very, very happy for him as a human being. I think the rest of the team is the same because he's a player that played always for us. And suddenly, because of the right reason. He wasn't playing that much because Jurrien was excellent and he was out for a while and then he needed to earn his place. But his attitude has been so positive, so good. And then when you are ready and you're given the opportunity, you take it like he did today. So I'm very happy that we have him back in the best version of himself as well. And we're going to need him because he's a tremendous player.
In terms of the 90 minutes today, how did you kind of assess it? Because it felt at 1-0 when, I don't know, it seems there were times where players could have got that second goal and they maybe wanted to keep the 1-goal lead when the game's getting open and it seemed a bit tense. How did you feel?
Yeah, I think we have 3 big chances to put the second one. We didn't do it, and then when we were going for the second one, the game became a little bit open. We started to be a bit late in certain moments in the high press. They break it and the pitch is stretched, and then we need to be a bit more compact. But I think we went through that period really well when we started to take the ball and do what we had to do with the ball to bring the momentum down, bring the composure and the ball to the areas that we wanted to attract them and to use the open spaces that they left and score the second goal.
Yes, and Daily Mail.
With Ben White, do you think there's signs there that he's potentially back to his best stage? Because against Mikel Arteta, he seemed to be just getting back to think great tonight with the overlaps, especially with Madueke. It seemed like he overlapped with Saka a few seasons ago. Did you see it?
No. The first thing is a defender defend with that purpose and with that determination and efficiency, and he's done that today. And then if he can add the value that he can add with the ball through his passing, through his movement and through the deliveries that he can put with the quality that he has, so be it. And today I think he's done both very well.
And on Rice, what do you make of that when he tips them to the crossbar?
I saw it in because they are so good at that as well, and it's a big moment again.
Okay, with the last couple, firstly James, ESPN.
Mikel, just on Merino again. I mean, his story is a little bit of an example for the players because the signings you made in the summer, maybe from the outside, made it look like he was going to struggle to get in the team, and yet here he is in December, arguably the most important player.
Yes, I think that's a lesson, and I took that lesson because the whole summer I was thinking if we bring a 9, what was going to happen with Gabi, Jesus and Kai, and I had a lot of nightmares. Just thinking because I like them so much as well. Okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to handle? And so far we haven't had the problem because they've been injured, So live the present, live the moment, and deal with the situation when it comes. That's it.
Finally, Jack from Smith.
Mikel, you mentioned the schedule you've got at the moment. Do you feel that's what's contributed to Declan's injury tonight and a number of the ones you've had?
Probably it's not one thing, but we can help the players and everybody, the league and everybody, to do what we have to do. Give us another day, and especially the teams that are playing so much in Europe. To everybody in general, I think if we can do that, because we're all going to benefit to that. We never had such a schedule at every level, not only in the Premier League, but every competition internationally as well. So we need to try to do that, please.
I'm sure you've made that argument for a few years, a lot of managers. Do you ever feel like you're...
It's not an argument. I think it's common sense. I think it's not at some point this becomes too much, and the players are not machines. But we have to try to do that when we can.
Okay, Bob.
Thank you.